Good evening, everyone. Mr. BossJones here, and I'm here for episode 3 of our little series called The Search for Intelligent Life. Last episode, we built a H2O2 lineup and some stairs to get down into our pit. Over here, it turned out really good. I was really happy with how this looks. I spent a couple hours earlier painting things up. I built a little tower here, put lights up. I did a little cheaty thing here and was able to drop a mag plate and a battery and built a little solar power so that I get a little bit of light down at the bottom. That'll come in handy later on. I did some painting of the pipe, painting of the O2 buildings, put lights on them. You can't really see it right now, but I was able to find a chart online that gave me the color of actual real world lights. So these lights have an orange glow like a high pressure sodium light, and considering my trade is in lighting and electrical, I figured that was kind of appropriate. Today's build, I think what we're gonna do is carry on with this and get a little mining contraption built down here at the bottom. Tore it out last time, so I don't have a return supply of ice. So what we're gonna do is build a little ice miner down here, but I'm not gonna just throw a couple drills on a piston and just let it mine. I'm gonna actually automate it and show you how you can do the same thing yourself. So at the end of this video, if you like how that works, leave a like or make a comment and maybe tell me what you think or what I could be doing better to make these videos more interesting and entertaining for you to watch. Well, as of everything else I've done on this so far that you've seen, I'm kind of just winging it. I don't really have a master plan, so I'm just going to get started by getting a walkway built across here. I don't want to use that, though, for a color. I want to use this for a color. This might be temporary anyways. I just want to kind of get... Oh, bloody rotation's on again. What a monster. Splitsie would say. Down the center here. I don't need to be going that deep. That should be enough. Just get these placed in here. I just want somewhere easy to walk. Now, if memory serves me correct, this is the center line of the whole thing. So let's get some wireframe put in. That's going to be where I want to do the hinge. So let's bring this back as far as we can. Yeah, that's gonna work. Now, this is all temporary. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put everything. I think actually I want to be a little bit higher just to give myself some room. We'll go back and replace this later on. I like that. Something like that anyways. So then we're going to have the hinge here, roughly. It's going to swing back and forth. Every time it makes a pass, it's going to extend out further, just in the one direction. We're not going to extend out to the sides because that's a rock wall there and don't need to drill more that way. So let's get ourselves some pistons here. And everybody's seen the basic piston unit. I'm just going to figure out why this does this to me every time. Okay. next one would probably be... You know, I'm a little bit past. I think that will be fine. So let's get a little hingey on here. Swing side to side. Let's just go for default paints. This is going to be the permanent stuff. We're going to have to bring some blocks out. Let's see if there's something a little more classier than that. Actually, there has to be, because this is going to be conveyored. So let's get ourselves some conveyor tube. Extend out our conveyor tube as far as this will let it go. Get our drill next. Oh, it's in a voxel. Drills can't be placed into voxels. Still in the voxel. We're not even in the center. Let's try this again. I thought that was the center. This is the center. Pots.
Energy low.
Of course it is. It's late at night and I've had to deal with shooting bears away. Of course my energy's going to be low. That's a little further than I'd like to go, I think. So let's... Ooh, small cargo. No, I don't want to use a cargo container because it'll fill up on the pistons, make it heavy, and induce clang. So we're just going to do a conveyor junction here, I think. I want that to go there. This is in case I decide to add anything onto it later. Or you know what? Yeah, we'll do the junction. Yeah, this cargo will fill up first. We definitely don't want to have that as a cargo container, so we'll just do the conveyor junction. Too far for that drill. Drill. You know what? This is just above the stone layer anyways. It's probably fine. So let's get some more drills placed. So there we have our drills and a drifting hinge. Oh, and more material. I'm gonna take a chance. On first swing it looks like it's going to break, then we'll deal with it then. Get this all welded up. Of course I don't have anything to weld any of this up. And we're out of stuff. Back up to the top. Head up to the truck. And that filled that up pretty fast. I really need to get access to cargo down here, and we'll get there eventually. You know, I'm not the most experienced guy with this game. I've only got, I think, maybe 600-700 hours into it.
Critical.
That being said, I used to be a Minecrafter, and I find this game to be absolutely awesome. Do the walk of shame. Up and down the stairs 1,000 times. I'll probably get in the truck and drive it around and bring it a bit closer. Energy's filled up. That's good. Grab some parts. Maybe what we'll do is we'll grab flat pack and drive it up and down the next couple times. As you can see, I've got a little mag plate on the front. That's what I use to attach that solar panel unit there earlier. I don't think that was anything I needed to include in a video or anything. It's pretty basic stuff. If you'd like to see it, leave a comment, and next time I build one of those little things, I'll be sure to maybe include that next time. I tell you, this little contraption here was probably one of the handiest things I've built. Not the best, it's just handy. Smash. So it looks like I don't have enough materials on me, so I am going to go up the hill up to the old base where the MHT sits and go grab a bunch of stuff to build, because I need some remote control blocks. I'm going to need some event controllers, parts to build all those drills, because clearly I don't even have that material. Well, maybe I do. But I'll just go grab a bunch of stuff. Well, I'm back now. Turns out I needed more than just steel tubes, so I had to make another trip up there, and I had to wait for them to be made. So I cut that out. Boring stuff. We all know how to queue up parts, right? If you don't, let me know and I'll show you that process too. Got no problem. You leave something in them comments sections of something you'd like to see, and I'll see what I can do about making that happen. In the meantime, we're going to focus on the task at hand. Getting some automatic mining for ice, because solar and wind just ain't going to cut it. We're going to have some real power production. Crash. I swear by the time I'm done building this thing, there's going to be nothing left of that unit. Steel tubes, steel tubes, steel tubes, steel tubes, more steel tubes. Wait, let's go get them then. Let's get this welded up. I'm just gonna fly this out. Now I'll come and weld them up. Oh, bugger. Right, I wasn't on it. That'd be that. Weld. Like I said, once I get advanced about a couple meters out, then we'll add more drills up. Okay. Might as well use this for some light. Oh, better yet. I have that little grid. Remote access. That little grid. Oh, I don't have an antenna there. Okay, that's why. On this ship. I only have that when I'm in my own grid. Personal. I'll hit K for control panel. And then we'll hit the searchlight. I think it's the other one I want. Yes, so let's get some light out. Back here. Turn this to look this way. So this color of this light, this is this shade is what you would call a mercury vapor light. They were like a shop light or a warehouse light that they used to use in the 80s. Very old technology before metal halide came around that had a better color rendition, a very bluish white glow to it. Anyways, enough of my electrical geek stuff. Conveyoring this up. I think we want to come out, up. I want to follow that same path across underneath and then tie right up in underneath those units there. So let's get ourselves some steel blocks. I gotta stop parking this thing so low or high. High. Let's go get some steel blocks and some interior plates, because that's what we need to make conveyors. Probably need, I don't know, 100 of those and some interior plates. We might as well grab 100 of those too. Should be enough. Kind of almost want to bring it along underneath, alongside that beam, and then do some more beams later. Now, this is going to mean I'm going to have to disconnect my temporary scaffolding too. So we'll get a block underneath, a block right there, weld that up. And I'm enjoying the challenge of not just flying everything. So let's go like this and just temporary scaffold. Should have maybe done this before. So let's get the conveyors back up on that hotbar. Oh, I got them at number 5. The conveyor junction is a pretty smart idea. And then we'll do vertical conveyor like that. Vertical conveyor, listen to me go. I got satisfactory on the mind. Well, I'm suffering the plight of the Intel 14700KF randomly crashing on me when I'm playing. My laptop with a 9750H, no problems. This machine, I'm lucky if I can get 20 minutes without a crash in game. Everything else is fine, but no, it's got a crash. Anyways, I'm back to here, so I gotta go up and get some parts. See if I can do this faster and more efficiently. But I'm gonna save it. Stupid computer. There's a microcode update that was released at the end of August. Stop this from happening. My machine isn't overclocked. It's an oxidization issue in the processor that Intel has admitted is a problem. My CPU is pretty much got a death sentence. I can't do anything about it. But with an update for Satisfactory dropping this week and me just getting going with this, I'm not about to wait 6 weeks for my processor to be RMA'd. So I'm just going to have to suffer and just remember to keep on saving. So it is what it is. And this might seem like redundant conveyoring, but I do want to try and keep some aesthetics to this. We're going to tie that in. I just broke that pipe. At least I could see where it was. It's a lot easier than the first time.
Inventory full.
Hopefully this is the last time I have to break into this back wall. And we'll get this conveyor all welded up. I've got to do something a little bit different here. Whoops. Ooh. Don't want to do that again. Remember last video. Crash this thing, getting in too much of a hurry. Okay, let's get this and deposit everything in my pockets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I guess there was some ice in my pocket there. I just think this is going to look good. I got my gas pipe, which, yes, I know it has ice going through it. I just think that primarily that's a gas pipe, and primarily this is a solids pipe. I also like how this kind of cleanly goes into that wall. Don't worry, we'll get to mining shortly. This is a little bit of the aesthetics to go with it, and the infrastructure, you know, it's necessary. Just you wait. The automation thing, I'm sure, is going to be pretty cool. Whoops. No, No. Not doing this again. Okay. Oh, I saved it. Like a boss. What? Why are you still yellow? Oh, because I used a sorter. I'm stupid.
Full.
That was my bad. Frickin' noob. I want to create a little platform. Let's do this in concrete. What we're going to need is we're going to need a event controller for when it hits left, an event controller for when it hits right. Eventually we're going to need an event controller for when the tanks are full. A programmable block. No, timer block for when it hits left. And we'll leave it at that. And one to cancel. So we're going to have to put 1, 2, 3, 4 utility blocks, automation blocks up here. And I think they can sit there with a place to access them. Yeah. So those 4 blocks will sit on there. And yeah, I think, okay, that's good. Okay, let's get these configured. Rename these. And we're going to set our lower limit on this hinge to minus 89 and our upper limit to 89, because apparently when you hit 90 it kind of lock. Toggle this block to off, and I want to set my velocity to 0.05 for now. Oh, see, that's getting. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? Oh, you're like torqued. How the heck did that happen? Well, oh, because of the weight. Well, that didn't happen. I've never done one horizontally, but let's share the inertia tensor. I'm just gonna lock you right now. I've got no clue, like I said, what I'm doing. Okay, first thing we need is a event controller. And we'll just leave it yellow for now. And we'll go get the materials to build it. At least I can grab what I've got in here. Displays. Where can I find displays? Nice, I had some displays in there. I must have been thinking at some point in time. This will be minor swing. Let's just see which way is which. That's 350 degrees, okay. So right now we're going to the positive. So this is going to be left max. Minor swing, left, positive. The event is going to be an angle changed, equal or greater than 88. Actually, let's go like 85, just so that we have a little bit of range. And minor swing left, positive. This one's going to be called minor swing right neg. This is going to be the same thing. Angle changed, equal or less than minus 85. Now we need the timer blocks. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go like this. Finish this one. This is solely going to reverse it. So this is going to be hinge reverse. And it's going to be a delay of 0. Set of actions. Drill hinge. Reverse. Okay. So this is going to trigger hinge reverse. Trigger now. And this one is going to be set the same way. Select actions. Hinge. That's the timer block. We set up that hinge to reverse the that timer block to do that. We're going to trigger that now. So with any luck, I should be able to go to this hinge, turn the hinge lock off, and I'm going to turn this up to 0.5 just so we can witness this thing reversing. So this is what should happen, is it should max out. And actually, no, I do want to keep that slow because it gets bouncy. And when it bounces out and in, and it triggers itself more than once. So we just want to keep it calm and slow. This thing is automatic. We don't have to really worry about it going as fast as it can. It's going to do what it needs to do and be very passive. So what's going to happen here is this hinge is going to hit its max. If we look in this one, because hinge positive, this guy. Oh, I forgot to add that block. I need to add that block to that one too. Whoops. 72 degrees, so positive. Threshold's 85. So when this hits 85, this thing is going to trigger that timer block that is set to trigger immediately. That's why I would trigger now, not start. And it's going to reverse the hinge. And it's like watching paint dry. You watch here, it's just coming in. And it's now triggered and it's going the other way. Put action slot 2. So these actions are, this is the action when it's triggered, this is the action when it's not. If you want your event controller to do more than one thing when it hits its limit, you got all the other hotbars. You're better off to leave it on one hotbar if you can and have it trigger a timer block. So we're going to let this thing do its thing for a moment. Our next move is going to be the timer that tells the pistons to extend. So we'll do that in about 2 seconds. I just gotta go grab some parts to make that other timer block. Alright, let's get the other 2 timer blocks placed down and welded up. I like to put them above each other because they serve the same function. Okay, this one is going to be, they're both upside down, whatever. This one's going to be named drill pistons start. This one is going to be called drill pistons stop. And we're going to find the pistons. Create a group for them. Drill pistons. Save that. Shut them off. We have 4 pistons. We're going to extend them for a second. I want to go about a half a meter. So we're going to set the speed to a velocity of 0.1. Min distance, max distance is fine. Blocks are off. This guy is going to be programmed. His action is going to be drill pistons on. That's the start. You are going to be drill pistons turn off. Okay. The next thing that's going to happen, so this one's going to turn the pistons on, this one's going to turn the pistons off. But in order for us to do an on-off cycle, this block also needs to turn and trigger the stop action. But we're going to hit start. We hit trigger now, it'll do it right away. When you hit start, which is what we're going to do here, it will start this timer. And this one is going to be set for 1 second. So what happens, this guy gets triggered. So we're going to start it when we reverse the pistons. Then it's going to extend, turn on those pistons for 1 second, and then it'll turn off. So in order to trigger this guy then, we want this one. When this one has been told to reverse the hinge, we also want to tell the pistons to start. But we're going to hit trigger now. So what should happen, with any luck, when this thing hits its limits, all 4 of these pistons are going to turn on for 1 second and move 0.1 of a meter. So you should end up with a total distance of 0.4 of a meter. I also want to go turn those drills on. Let's create a group for them. Turn them on. I'm also going to want to start dumping out the stone because I don't really have interest in getting stone from here. So let's just deal with that while this thing does its thing. Oh, it's almost there. Here, sorter. Actually, it's not going to work very good because the stone will just pile up. Maybe we'll just run this for a few minutes so you guys can see what it does, and then off camera I'll deal with something to deal with all the stone that we're going to get, which would be heavily inspired by Splitsie. It'll probably be a stone Ferris wheel launcher catapult. As we get closer here, I will automate a system, and we'll look at that in the next video when we build a better power plant and how to stop this when the inventory gets too full. There we go. 1 second. They all pushed out 0.1 of a meter. .1 of a meter, see? And that's that. That's how you build a back and forth swing arm miner and automate it. That's pretty slick. I should check the inventory status quickly. It's the ice chests. A little bit of room, but not a lot. I still got lots of ice, so we're gonna end up with a lot of stone. I'm going to quickly finish up this hand railing. Yeah, we got a fair bit of room left in there. We can fill up for a few minutes and just keep an eye on it. Maybe I might refine this iron out here, and so I'm not having to go back to the plant for everything. If I need cobalt, I can just go up and get it, but there you have it. Noisy drills. You can see it's advanced into the wall a bit. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Never built anything like this before. I've just kind of stepped my way through the logic, and I'm sure there's better ways to do it, but this is without scripts. In the next video, we're going to build an engine plant, automate turning this thing on and off so we don't fill up our chests and end up wasting materials, and probably at the end of it look at processing them. So what? I don't know. But I'm happy with how that's turned out. Let me know what you guys think. If I went through it too quickly. Nope, I'll fall off the back there. Or if there's something that you would do better or differently. I'm going to spend my time off camera painting this up and getting it looking snazzy. Take care of some more lights. And think about the next thing and getting to space. Until then, this is BossJones, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Search for Intelligent Life, because I looked in the mirror and I'm not seeing much. You guys have a great night. Bye.